Hello everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master coming at you with another video. This time I'm doing a top 10 of my personal picks for the top 10 villains in video games. Now this is from any series that I've seen or played, and if there are any repeats, it's because of the fact that I've played a lot of games, but not too many of the villains strike me as, worthy of ending up on this list. I mean, I'm talking about their manipulation, how cold and calculated they are, and, This was hard to do, as there are many cold, calculated villains in video games that I've seen and played. But I had to narrow it down to 10. If you guys want me to make a part 2, then let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you guys would, I would greatly appreciate it if you head on over to my friend Gaming Gumbo LXT on Patreon. He would greatly support your generous donation, appreciate your generous donation, and so would I. So, without further ado though, let's just kick it off to number 10. Number 10 is from The World Ends With You. Now, this may be legit cheating here, but I'm gonna have to go with Konishi on this one. Holy shit! She's fucking ridiculous. Now, here's why. Alright? Beat becomes a Reaper because he wants to save his game partner along with everyone else. He does not know how to use the pin that he was given by Sune Hanakoma. Now, there he is knocking on the Reaper's door asking about the pin, right? Now, Konishi is that week's game master. And you know what she fucking does? She's like, I'll tell you how to use the pin if you fucking, do whatever we say. Because he said that he wanted to become a Reaper. So, Megume Kitaniji made him a Reaper. And what does she do if he doesn't comply? She fucking holds the pin hostage, I shit you not, and basically, he's bound, contractually, obligated to do whatever she says just to get that fucking pin back. Now, however, she does not give him the pin back. And she even double-crosses her own fucking team. Alright? Well, she does give him the pin back in the end when we finally kick her ass. But that is a low fucking blow. Now, here's another low blow. When I said she betrays her own team even, she gives her so-called Officer Material Reaper Yashiro the pin, the so-called pin, and makes her a Game Master substitute. Now, they play Reaper Sport 4, which Beat thinks is Reaper Creeper, but it's really Tag. Tag, you're it. I got a new mission for you, Skulls. Defeat the pissed off Reaper. I want my promotion. Only to find out that that pin that she was given was a fake. What the fuck? Jesus. Come on. I mean, I'm not even gonna... Oh my god. And this is not the first time double-crossing your own team is gonna be on this list. Just saying. Number 9. I would definitely have to say Sho Minamimoto from The World Ends With You. Sho Minamimoto, like I stated with Konishi, is cold, calculated, and manipulative. But one thing is certain, he is obsessed with math. to the point where Joshua calls him a mathematician. Now, he seems obsessed with something, and that something is a battle. He wants someone erased for good. Now, it turns out that that somebody that he wants erased for good is Joshua, aka your partner. Now, about Joshua, he's very unique, which is why he's one of my favorite good guys, but I'll get to that in another list. Well, actually, no, because it goes with Pieface's motive. Pieface's motive is to take out the composer. The whole time when you're playing with Joshua, he keeps saying that you're gonna, you playing to jacking Shibuya back. Only to find out that Joshua has been Shibuya's composer the whole time, and that you've been playing for his team. So the Red Skull pins that you did in Shiki's week, all of it was because of him. Including the missions you did with Beat. Which, honestly, I'm pretty sure. How much you guys want to bet 10-1 that Joshua set up Beat's betrayal to the Reapers? Because Shades took the fucking other players, but But anyway, yeah, Joshua ends up being, you find out that Joshua's the composer and everything, and then you're just like, what? Are you serious? And his motive is revealed, Pieface's motive is revealed, trying to kill Joshua, and they both have been after Neku, but Joshua got to Neku first. Now, number 8 is definitely gonna have to go to a Sly Cooper villain. Number 8 goes to the Contessa from Sly 2. Not only is she cold, calculated, and manipulative, but at one point, she has the clockwork eyes. The Thievius Raccoonus states that the eyes are pretty much able to stop opponents dead in their tracks, transfixed in their games. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what an accomplished hypnotist could do with such powerful artifacts. So ultimately, in order to get wealthy, she opens a criminal rehabilitation center after her husband suspiciously dies a few weeks after being wed to her. How much do you want to bet she fucking killed him just for the inheritance? Yeah. That's fucked up. I mean, come on. But anyway, she does that, and she also joins Interpol, but double-crosses them as well. She goes, "These fools at Interpol, they keep sending me criminals and I keep making money. How come no one have ever thought of this before? I never would have joined if I knew it would be this easy." But yeah, that's pretty much it on the Contessa's part. Now, let's jump to number 7. And number 7 comes from Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. And if you guys didn't see this coming, I'm talking about Le Fouille. Le Fouille is located in the episode Dead Men Tell No Tales, which Disney Sucker Punch called. They want their title back. Cause the reason I say that is Dead Man Tell No Tales is the title for the latest Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now, how much do you guys want to bet 10 to 1 that's where they got it from? But that's not why Dimensional Tales and Lafouille is on this list. Lafouille is really bad, to the point where he kidnaps our teammate and friend Penelope, who's like Bentley, another demolitions expert. Well, she's not really a demolitions expert. She's an RC specialist, a dedicated RC specialist at that. And by far so going on my lovable character list, or my favorite character list down the line in the future. And she's just like, you want to know how cold and calculated Lafouille is? Holy shit. He kidnaps her. Sly tries to get him to spill the beans on where, but Lafouille is too smart. He says, "Bah, that chickadee would never escape a skull keep. She's locked up in irons and there she stays until she agrees to love me, despite all my faults." Whenever possible, Lafouille tries to figure out a way to outsmart the Cooper gang. And he really did, too. He blew up the Skull Keep, only to find out that Penelope is really aboard Lafouille's ship, inside of the brig of Lafouille's ship. I'm not even going to lie. If that's not cold, calculated, and manipulative, I don't know what is. And to top it all off, he kills one of his own, his first mate to be exact. Then he promotes second mate Jones to first mate. Holy shit! That is ridiculous. That is a major pain, like you don't even know. And which leads me to number 6. Since we're on the subject of deaths. Number 6 goes to Dr. M from Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. Now, Dr. M, the whole game is to get recruits to get into the Cooper Vault, honestly. But Dr. M is so cold, calculated, and manipulative that he basically, when one of his employees messes up, he straight up kills Richard. I'm not even gonna lie. He goes, "Afraid I poisoned your drink at lunch. Sorry, Richards, but I don't tolerate poor performance. You should have changed the security code from 123 after you installed the new system. No, you will die any second." Yes? Water leaking into the lab? I'm on my way down. Oh, and get a janitor for the lab elevator. Richard's got sloppy. And if that's not cold, calculated, and manipulative, I don't know what is. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Now we are down to the top 5, guys. And I'm going to stray a little bit and label Dr. Nefarious at number 5 from the Ratchet and Clank series. Now, Dr. Nefarious has been known to be behind so many different things. Now, I mean, considering that in, I believe it's A Crank in Time, he tries to get into Clank's mind to find the Orvis Chamber, and not to mention that he's just been, I can't even explain how many ways he's been cold, calculated, and manipulative, but he's just been destroying, like, a multitude of different galaxies. Then he ends up targeting the place where Ratchet lives, which is Veldin. And it's like, motherfucker, Are you serious? But anyway, targeting galaxies and different planets is why Nefarious is landed at number 5. Number 4, speaking of Ratchet and Clank, A Crank in Time. Another villain that's going to be ending up on this list, well, he was an ally, but talk about a fucking plot twist, is General Alistair Azimuth. Now, we all know about the Great Clock, and how Clank was supposed to be the guardian of the Great Clock. And Sigma 426A/Sigmund is his loyal assistant. Well, was his loyal assistant until he got promoted to Sanger Caretaker. But let's go back to General Alistair Azimuth for a second. Now, the reason he is on this list is because he knows what the Great Clock can do, but he tries to manipulate Ratchet into going to the time period from before all the Lombax were destroyed. Ratchet and him were the only Lombaxes left. Well, now Ratchet is the only Lombax left. Because General Alistair Azimuth sees the error of his ways and redeems himself by sacrifice. But that does not stop him from being on this list because of what he did. He tried to kill Ratchet because of the fact that Ratchet didn't want change. Sure, he was okay, he wanted to see his family really bad, but after stern talking to from Clank, he now realizes, okay, you know what, Clank is right, this is a totally bad idea, which leads me to my next slot. My next slot is from Ratchet and Clank Future Tools. And I am talking about Emperor Percival Tachyon. You landed yourself at number 3 because of the fact that your motives were very clear. You wanted to kill Ratchet. And, like, you know, Ratchet was your only target. But, you know, you possessed a device that, you know, allowed Ratchet to find his family. In fact, not only did you want to kill Ratchet, but you fucking toyed with him! You toyed with Ratchet! Oh my god, the poor Lombax! You freaking threw his family, in fact his entire species, in his face by saying this: Dimensionator, find the Lombaxes! I offer you this one chance. Go home, join your race, or stay and suffer. Because he was basically bent on killing Ratchet, but now it's escalated to killing everybody at this point. And yeah, that's just fucked up. Only to kill one Lombax, but you toyed with the poor thing? Why? That is legit fucked up. And speaking of fucked up, the next slot at number 2 is going to be a bitch. So let's just jump into it. Next slot at number 2 is Neela from Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Now, Many of you might be saying to me, why Neela? Okay? Like the same thing that I mentioned with General Alistair Azimuth. She was your ally. She was leading you towards everybody and helping you get them arrested. Only to find out that she was really working for the Claw Gang, and Sly and Murray end up arrested, leaving Bentley behind. Now, if that's not fucked up, I don't know what is. You know what else she did? She double-crossed not only the Claw Gang, but she double-crossed Interpol too. And how did she fucking double-cross the Claw Gang? I'll tell you how. She double-crosses the Cooper Gang by doing that. Then she double-crosses Interpol by also getting Carmelita arrested, leaving the Contessa to take Carmelita and try to put her under hypnosis. However, she double-crosses Arpeggio, the main leader of the Claw Gang, who wanted the clockwork parts, all because he can't fucking fly. If that's not pathetic, I don't know what is. But this is how she double-crosses him. She enters the clockwork frame, and this guy is not even given the proper amount of screen time for the main villain. Neela just outs him off. Like, you have got to be kidding me. Neela just straight up, or Clockla, so to speak, just straight up eats Arpeggio, leaving behind only his monocle thing, or whatever the fuck was on his eye. But, anyway, not only did she do that, but she paralyzed my favorite fucking character in the Sly Cooper series. Bitch, you paralyzed Bentley. You are cold, calculated, manipulative, and not to mention evil for that. And speaking of evil, let's just jump into number 1, shall we? I'm not even gonna go into honorable mentions at this point. Number 1, and most of you guys know me. You saw this coming, or if you didn't, that's okay, because it'll give you some new insight. I talked about this in a list before. My what the fuck moments for Sly Cooper that I did with Shadowflower. Penelope. What the fuck? You guys know I brought her up before earlier in this list if you guys were watching. But you know what? Penelope. Not only did she betray the Cooper Gang's friendship and trust, but she betrayed Bentley's heart. I know he blamed himself for the whole predicament, but it wasn't his fault. I wasn't gonna put her on this list because of the fact that, you know, there's a high chance that she might have been brainwashed, and yes, I believe that. But at the same time, that was cruel. You literally, why did you do that? Why? Sucker Punch, Sanzaru, wow. Sucker Punch, you made Penelope a really, really nice character, but then Sanzaru had to mess up and turned her into a bad guy. Now, don't get me wrong, I like plot twists as much as the next person. But that is not how you do a plot twist. I was gonna make a separate video about this, Kingdom Gamer, but you know what? I might as well have just did this now. just, wow. What the crap? You know? What were you thinking? You pretty much just betrayed Bentley. I mean, sure, he bounces back at the end, but that does not erase what happened in the slightest. You know, I'm proud of my favorite character for bouncing back the way he did. That is not the first time he bounced back, mind you, but this has to be just... I agree with Sly. I was sure about two things. One, I couldn't be more proud of Bentley, and we were going to need every ounce of his newfound strength to take down the Paradox. Now, I was going to include the Paradox on this list, but like Arpeggio, he really only had certain moments of screen time, and his friends were the ones that did all the real work. But anyway, guys, that's my top 10 cold, calculated, and manipulative villains. If you guys like this list, be sure to leave a like. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, as it really helps me out. Like, comment, and subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, as well as a member of the Cooper Gang, the Bandicoot Nation, and the Clank Club. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.